Alright guys, welcome back. Green Bean 100 mile update. So luckily, after driving it over 100 miles, we've got no oil being used. Nothing wrong with the brakes, nothing weird with coolant or anything like that, so that's been nice. Looks like the overall the RPMs that it runs at drive is definitely lower than what the Focus was running, so that's actually kind of helpful with the gas mileage. And then technically for like 25 miles an hour I can be running anywhere from like 800 to 1000 RPM, which is like, that's pretty low honestly to be running 25. That's the lowest I've ever seen a vehicle run 25 at, with the pedal down, keeping the car vehicle going, so that's pretty cool. Only problem is we have this came undone. No. That's not pretty important. We'll have to work on that, but kind of annoying. But anyways, as I said, oil, fluids, all that's working good. We've got an issue with the washer fluid sensor. That's got an issue with, that's technically showing that it's empty even though it's full. So that's a little bit of an issue. Other than that, not an issue with that. So that's pretty good. Suspension, definitely going to need to get upgraded. As you can see, we have it lifted up. Not doing that today. We're going to take off the side steps there. That's our first modification we're going to work on today, hopefully. So we'll get that done. One thing that we did do, which I'm going to have to show you, is we did replace the rear window struts. We'll have to show you how we did that, because that huge mod is going to be very, very helpful, so that we're not using the rear hatch hinges a whole lot, so I'm not putting a whole lot of wear and tear on those. That's going to be nice. So that's certainly helpful. But yeah, suspension definitely going to be needing to be updated, because we hit a bump on the right side, and then the whole steering wheel's like, and it had it up like slowing down on the interstate to about 60 miles an hour, ride for a little bit, and it actually evened out, and then was able to go back to regular speed on it. So, but yeah, kind of weird. So front suspension going to need to be upgraded, so we're going to be working on that at some point in the near future. But first, we're going to work on ripping off those side steps. Let's get to work. So with the window struts, we got a nice package that actually gave us 2 extra, not sure what you would call them, heads, hinges, connectors. Anyways, we got 2 extra ones of those. And so luckily, it's really kind of easy. Get yourself a little one of these, get that put in right in there, and then pop it up, and then you take it off, and you do that for all 4 of them. So it makes things pretty easy. But you can see how bad this one was. Like no resistance whatsoever. So we got that replaced. So let's show you what we have difference wise in the back, because basically you had to hold it up with your head if you wanted to put anything into the back. So now when we come in, we open it up, give it a little jerk, and it opens by itself. Nice. And nice resistance, nice and steady coming up and down. So yeah, we'll link the struts that I got from Amazon in the description below. But I'm very happy. Nice and quick instructions, packaged extremely nice and tightly, so they're not going to get damaged. But ended up being some really nice struts. I like that. Alrighty, so now I gotta get my tools and stuff set up so that we can be working on getting the side steps off. But yeah, that's nice to have replaced, because as I said, that's just going to put a little less wear and tear on the back hinges and stuff, because we'll be able to use the window more to put stuff in and out without having to rely on the hatch. So that'll be nice. Alright, so what I can tell, we're going to be using this ratchet with the, what is it, 9/16, or we're going to be using a 1/2. So we're going to be using one of those. I'm not sure which one exactly is going to work the best. Got to get my head underneath here and double check. And another reason was I didn't have a whole lot of room to get down underneath here, so that's why we got it lifted up a little bit more. Because I tried doing this a little bit earlier and couldn't quite figure out how to get my head all the way in there. So we're going to double check, get under there, and see what we can see. Alright, I'm not sure what you guys can see, but should be like a bolt or something here, which actually has like a stud And then I didn't realize, but up here we actually got 3 more. So you got that. Ooh, I think I might be missing one. That's cool. We got 1 bolt, 2 bolt, and then this guy right here. Oh, he's loose already. I think I got him. Is the one that I got. I'm not totally sure. Alright, so try the half here. See what we can do down here. Alright, coming loose. And so luckily with the stud, it's not going to just collapse out. So that's kind of nice to have there. Probably seeing a beautiful shot of my arm right now. Sorry about that. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's coming out pretty good. But yeah, I think you can loosen these up here. Bring those all the way out. And luckily this will be sitting on that stud, so that way we're not going to have an issue. Hopefully won't have an issue. This one is okay. I didn't realize I touched that one that much, but apparently I already got that one loosened up really good. But yeah, I was looking at it and it's just like, yeah, the side steps are cool, kind of. But I am looking at doing, when we do the suspension upgrade, which this thing does need. Also, I can see a nice look at my oil pan. Looks pretty good under there. Don't see anything weird underneath on that respect. Even the exhaust and stuff looks good, so that's nice. Is it coming out for me? Yeah, it's slowly coming out. Anyways, but yeah, sideboards, side steps, they look nice. But if we're gonna lower it, might as well get these ripped off. And also, I do have, honestly, when I'm getting in and out, I don't even use it. I just step straight into the vehicle, even at the height that it's at now. So it's like, it just doesn't make any sense to have this on here. So we'll get these ripped off. There we go. Not sure if Todd said he was able to sell his or not. So I have to double check and see what he did with his off of Bobby. So anyways. But also another reason for taking these off is it's got the mom and stuff, and so when I take her places, it's just easier not to have this extra step to be impeding her way. And that way, one less thing to trip her up getting in and out of the vehicle. So one of those things. Another reason why to get it lowered. 1, that's cool. 2, you're going to be replacing the suspension. And 3, makes it easier for everybody that might be getting in and out of the vehicle to get in and out of it. So that's my logic. If you're going to do something, might as well have multiple reasons why it is effective to do so. So luckily this is going a lot easier with this vehicle actually lifted up a little bit higher. So that's nice. Alright, so in the first vehicle when I was showing you what we got with this, I said I hadn't really come up with a name. Finally did, so we're going to be calling the vehicle Green Bean. Not sure if I mentioned that already. Got some fun ideas to take care of. Let's see. Yeah, so this is already loose. It's just hanging on the stud, so that's good. Alrighty. So luckily, didn't have to use that ratchet right there. I'm going to put it underneath there. Hopefully I won't forget it, but we'll find out. You got the bolts right there. Yeah, we gotta go and get those down there. Well, I wasn't expecting that last side step to fall on me, but luckily it didn't really hit me, so that was good. But that was rather stunning. That's another reason why I pulled my head out of there at the last bolt, so that worked out good. But yeah, got those out nice and easy, and with my head underneath old green bean, I could see that luckily everything underneath looks pretty good, and I have right under here what appears to be a very large gas tank. Seems like it's about a 20 gallon or something like that, is what I can estimate. But anyways, well, we got that job done. Now we just gotta roll this off. That'll be fun. And I got the green bean off of the tire ramps. It actually looks pretty cool now that it's lifted up off the ground a little bit. Either way though, we got that job done. Got those off. Now it's easy. Open the door, step in instead of ooh. So it's still a little bit of a hike at the moment, but once we get to work on the suspension, that will work out really good. So anyways, 100 mile update. Vehicle's doing good. Feel good about the investment so far. I think it's a pretty decent vehicle, all things considered. Still some stuff that, gotta learn the quirks to the vehicle a little bit, but other than that, drives good. Good gas mileage as far as I can tell. Really good gas tank as well. And yeah, just fun. So anyways, green bean. Continue to work on him. Also, I do love the shade of gray. That shade of gray is really cool. So anyways, check out the merch shop, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.